Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Super Metroid Dash Randomizer race as part of the Speedgaming Live 2025 online tournament. We've got BFrobber versus Derp. This should be a really exciting and really important match. Commentating this, I am Glove, joined by MM2NES Cartridge.
Yo,
How are you doing?
I am doing good. This is the race of my BFF versus my BF, and that's Derp versus BFrobber. So yeah, this is going to be a really good one. Derp, the 1 seed in this group, the 4 seed in the entire tournament. Just really excellent player. He and I have raced each other. I don't think it's 100 times, but it feels like 100 times. We've played the game a fair bit, and BFrobber, also no slouch, notable Series Escape runner in vanilla, and notable X-Ray lover, and super jumper, and all of those wonderful things that come with being beefy. And he's also pretty good at rando. So, not to sell him short. So, I am definitely very excited to see how this match goes.
Yeah, I would definitely call Derp a fairly strong favorite, but not so much that it would surprise me if Beefy took at least one game.
Yeah, I will agree with that. Thankfully, Derp only needs to win one game to secure the 1 seed in this group. So, I would think the most likely outcome is a Derp 2-0, but I don't think like the 1-1 split is that unlikely either. But yeah. I would be surprised to see a 2-0 by Beefy, but I'm like not really that surprised because shocker, he's the 2 seed in the group and he is also good at the game. So we'll see what happens. We do get a vanilla morph and 2 pink morph balls, and Derp has decided to forget that he has the morph ball. And by that I mean he like went out the top of the morph ball area, but he is doing this slightly strat here that the two of us worked on. This is interesting. This is not how I do it, but he makes it work, gets the ice beam, and will be, as you can see, saving time.
Yeah, that strat scares me too much.
It's a fine strat. The problem is that if you miss it, then you're just waiting about 5,000 years to do a backup, so...
Yeah, exactly. The other thing is, it's like, if you want to get all the time save from it, you're not farming any drops, which is like... Okay, I guess Derp gets one there. 89, he might even be able to go into a heated room over here and take a hit from a hopper, but it would be close.
Yeah, it really depends on what room we get. Like, Croc Door, I think, is the most damaging heat room, so I don't think you can take a hit and do that one live, but ideally you just don't take a hit, so surely that happens for both runners.
Yeah,
Okay.
just don't get hit.
Yeah, just don't get hit. That's like all of Super Metroid in a nutshell right there. It's not that hard.
So both runners are skipping X-Ray.
Yeah, I know you're dying inside right here.
I understand it on zero tanks. Like, the difference between a 2-tank X-Ray and a 0-tank X-Ray is pretty substantial. I think it is like 15 seconds or something crazy.
I thought it was even more than that.
It might be.
A minute. It's not it's not a minute, but it feels like a minute. But yeah, go on.
I don't like leaving the item behind, but at least it's in somewhere that's almost certainly going to be a pretty central location.
I mean, it's middle of Red Tower connecting to Retro Bend. It doesn't feel as central. Okay, Derp is being cringe and not checking the tube first. I'm gonna flame him later for that, but it's an understandable thing to do. You don't want to attempt to re-grav jump from another room because it is pretty precise. But I don't know. I feel like in the year 2025, just check tube first because it's faster. And then when you get a crappy portal layout like this, then you just do the backup grav jump and cry yourself to sleep like what I would be doing and probably end up losing time. So
Yeah, like this did end up saving time, even if you get the backup jump first try.
that is true. But do I have to be happy about it? No. Okay, never mind. It didn't save time. You just don't follow any of this.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's not true. It did save time because of the way you're ending up traversing through the room, I think. But only like a little bit. It's not significant. Anyways, Derp has saved a little bit of time on movement, but Beefy can save it all back right here by getting this Divas, and he does. So now we're a little bit closer, and Derp is going to continue to skip X-Ray, I am pretty sure. Oh, or maybe not.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what's happening.
I can understand it. I don't think there should be too many people for whom one tank makes a difference. There are strats to make one tank faster than zero tank, but they're actually pretty scary.
Yeah. I'm a coward. I do my 2-tank X-ray or my Zuri 1R X-ray. And that's all I know. But it is what it is. We'll just not have to check this out of logic major, and then we can move on with our life. Beefy is going to take the opportunity to pre-open this powerbomb door back to Hellway, whereas Drip did not. So if both of these portals are bad, then Beefy will get to save a little time.
Yeah, the other nice thing about the pre-open is it gives you a bit of a faster farm as well.
That is true.
And powerbomb management can be kind of scary in these early sections.
Absolutely. I usually like to just farm powerbombs here and then pre-open on the way up. There's a nice little 2-missile, 2-farm strat, but there are definitely better things out there that I just haven't learned. Okay, now we get more portals. So, West Criteria is here, which is definitely a good place to be.
I am not huge on beta power bombs. I think it's a pretty timely check, or like pretty time-consuming check, rather.
I agree with that. I'm not super huge on it as well. Nitro actually is pretty huge on doing it with screw attack specifically.
I can see it.
Yeah, he and I had a discussion about it the other day, but
Derp just got screwed.
I feel like that's more than 255. Okay, Beefy is doing the play that
it's probably a lot more likely because that room resets the RNG. But
yeah, I guess if you just get owned by luck, then you are very sad. But yeah, Beefy doing the play I would not have the courage to do, which is checking this portal first, and is going to abandon the front of ship here. I feel like maybe you just go for this if you do this portal first, because then you check the boss, and then you just run down, and then you know West Criteria, so you just run through Criteria, do all the Criteria things. I feel like the game gives you a fortunate portal layout for doing what Beefy did, and then Beefy just didn't capitalize on it as much as he could have. But
I mean, it's still a pretty time-consuming check.
What checking ship boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. If it were shuffled, I would say absolutely don't check ship boss, but I don't know. 50-50 chance of getting 2.5 majors is pretty good, I will say. That being, Phantom doesn't have a major, and Cray does, and the other 2 bosses aren't killable, and then you get Right Super and E-Tank reasonably, because top of ship isn't real.
Yeah. I also don't like it because then I get priced into doing E-Tank, and I don't like doing E-Tank. It never sparks my heart.
It's not that bad. It's definitely big copium for me, but I don't know. I am not an E-Tank hater. If you're doing ship early, I feel like Obviously, if you have a suit, then E-Tank becomes a different story. But I think doing E-Tank early, if you're doing ship boss, is kind of a necessity.
If you're doing ship boss here, you have to do E-Tank. That's why I don't want to do ship boss, because then I don't have to do E-Tank.
Yeah, it does definitely also have potential for shambles. Between the bond jump and spiky room, and oops, I messed up the one jump before the E-Tank, and then I fell in the water and lose 45 seconds, it feels like. So, if you're not confident in all those, then that's definitely reasonable.
Derp doesn't have to worry about whether he gets a power bomb to escape there.
Yep, throw everything we were discussing in the past 3 minutes out the window, because we have found the plandomized Ridley ship that's always there. And now we can go back out the front, and Beefy will actually be kind of positionally ahead here. I say kind of, he is just positionally ahead. That's just how it is.
Yeah. I mean, there's arguments to be made about how valuable the Ridley ship knowledge is.
Yeah, my opinion right now is it depends on the scene, but my other opinion is that I really don't like checking Crab Hole Portal before Mode Portal. Abandoning one of those is just so much worse than abandoning the other, that being Mode versus Crab Hole, respectively, and I don't know.
I've had this exact layout before, got somewhere else where I took a save.
Yep.
And then reset to check the moat portal, and that felt terrible too. I think in this situation, you just accept, hey, that moat portal is dead to me.
Yes, I absolutely agree. You've made your bed, now you just kind of gotta lie in it, and sometimes mode is just created and you cry. A lot.
I also think if things have been reversed and he found Green Brain at moat, I think it's perfectly fine to not go back for the Crab Hole portal.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's completely fine to skip Crab Hole because you have Wes available. There's 3 portals in there that 2 other portals that can get you to checking Crab Hole, but there is no other portal to check moat with, other than going back to Main Street in West Meridia, and then that's just sadness. So, I don't know, you should want to knock mode out, and then deal with West Meridia if you can, and then if you can't, then oh well, that is what it is. Anyways, Beefy found Varia at Charge Beam.
Yeah, and Middlebryn having a really nice Bubble Mountain portal means that depending on what's at the top of Greenbryn, that's just a pretty obvious place to return.
Yeah, definitely the game is, for Beefy, just providing a convenient path forward, assuming top of Greenbryn is not what you want to be doing. But obviously that depends on what we find there. And Beefy finds his favorite item here, X-Ray. Not actually super useful, but it is A, worth picking up, and B, the haha funny item for Beefy.
Yeah, that guy's pretty good at it. Is Derp making the same exact play, or did he check mode? I didn't see him.
He did not check mode. Derp is not saving. He is.
Does he have a ship save?
I assume he does. He's not that silly.
Also, those jumps are not faster.
Yeah, I might have.
It's intuitive because it's like, oh, every time I jump, I go faster. But once you've built up enough speed, it's faster to continue running.
Yeah, I've heard about a screen as the crossover point. If it's like if you're running longer than a screen, then it's faster to run. If you're running less than a screen, then you want to jump. But oh well. Now Derp will do what Beefy's been doing, and they will both not know the moat portal. And Beefy found speed, so good item. Also, if top of Greenbryn is nothing, then you get to check Waterway on the way back. So you're kind of rooting for top of Greenbryn to be like a, I don't know, back of East or front of LN, or well, we already know where front of LN is, but some portal that you don't want business with.
Let's say that you find in early supers. Let's say you find like grapple and 3 supers, and then top is LN is the back of LN. Are you doing that?
I'm throwing my console out the window. Probably not, for a couple reasons. Number one, front of LN is very close to Turian, so you could just, in theory, do front to front at the end of the game, and it's fine, assuming gravity's not in LN, or like high jump or whatever. Number two, if I do LN right now, there is a decent shot in like that scenario where we have Ridley ammo, but not fast Ridley ammo, and grapple, that either A, I die to key hunters and lose, or B, I lose 3,000 years not dying to key hunters and potentially lose. Or I can just eat the time loss and take the L if it's specifically like Grav at Firefly or whatever, and just move on without getting into shambles and just do Upper Norfair, and more likely than not find a convenient gravity or something, and then I just have to take the L of doing front LN at the end or whatever.
Unfortunately, my pie in the sky scenario did not come to fruition. It was just an extremely boring Greenburn Reserve, actually.
Yeah, just an E-Tank and some other ammo packs that were not supers.
Yeah, Dragon is strictly killable now, but like if the fight is in any way not the least convenient thing ever, I'm noping out because this Dragon sucks.
Yeah.
We're checking Waterway.
Let's go! It's back of East, like I said. So, obviously that back of East is actually probably the single best portal you can find there, for a number of reasons. At least unless like front is Croc or something, and then you just cry.
Yeah, so yeah, chat's asking what Derp did to put him behind. He checked the wreck ship boss and it was Ridley.
Yeah, he also did the top of Red Tower portals in a less fortunate order. So yeah. Also importantly, neither of them knows what the moat portal is, and they have both isolated it as a singleton portal. So, when will they come back for it, and is it important? Who knows?
Yeah, I guess if they really wanted to, they could go back to it now, having that ice beam. But ice no high jump grab hole is not my idea of a good time.
Yeah, especially compared to full clear Bubble Mountain and then Business Center with your speed booster and your Varia suit and your happy items.
Yeah, but what if the moat portal's Greenburn too?
Well, I have great news.
Yeah, there's literally no portal you can find. Like, literally the only thing you can find there that you're like, thank God I went back for it, is Kraid.
Yes. Yeah, that is the only thing that, like, makes you want to go back for it. Just, I don't know.
Like, even like they even have speed now, so Upper Norfair is going to be really nice with doing right to left.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be very convenient. Just the Chronic Portal will be a little awkward, but it'll just be what it is. But the way I think about that moat portal situation is, like, it's costing me, let's say, 45-ish seconds, if my CWD is good, to check that portal and not get owned by Kraid and have more knowledge to figure out where Kraid is, or other portals, but mostly Kraid at this point in the game. So, do I, like, if I end up doing that once, sure, that's whatever, but I would rather spend 45 seconds and knock a portal off my list than potentially save 45 seconds, but I could also get priced into less efficient routing because I don't know about that portal, or even if I don't get owned by the specifically Kraid at moat scenario, there's just a lot of different ways that not having that portal knowledge can easily lose me more than 45 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So, just the way I think about it is, that portal is more likely statistically to punish me for not knowing it than Crapple is. So I'd really just rather get the knowledge. But that's like 10 minutes ago at this point. So Beefy got the double jump at Wave Beam, and Derp will now get the Wave Beam at Waterway that Beefy got.
Yeah, double jump's a nice enough item.
Yeah.
There are absolutely rooms where it saves time. It pays for itself, and then not much more. With it being a wave, I don't even know if it pays for itself, though.
We've got speed and nothing else. I think it's... I don't know. I don't think it's a bad pickup. If we get space at North Reserve, it's just sad.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. With this movement kit, I think people are hating on double jump a little too much. It's not a great item. I'm not overly enthused to see it, but
yeah, I mean, I
don't
think it
it's
is
that bad.
Unequivocally the worst movement item, but it is still a movement item.
I disagree. Spring Ball's worse.
I guess Spring Ball counts as a movement item. Yeah.
Well, I mean, what else is Spring Ball other than a movement item? It's not much of a movement item, but what else is it gonna be?
Yeah.
Also, are we counting Screw Attack as a movement item?
I don't think that it matters, because I'll take Screw Attack over Double Jump any day.
Well, me too. I agree with this tier list. I think for me it's probably Speed, High Jump, Space, Screw, Double, Spring in that order.
You said...
Honestly,
Sure.
Yeah. Honestly, sometimes I'd even take High Jump over Speed, but Speed is also a Zeb Skip and a bottom item, so it is just a good item.
Yeah, Speed as a movement item... Is it... I mean, it's still just really good as a movement item.
Yeah, it's
even if you ignore the logical axis.
Yeah. It's really good as a movement item, but it's also a progression item, and there are 4 progressions items in Super Metroid, and one of them is Morph. Man, 5 if you count Ice. Beefy is gaining the excellent knowledge that area portal doors are...
Do you do that?
Yeah, but I hate myself if it's Dragon. I don't know. No, you don't. No, you don't. Absolutely, you do not. Because Croctor's Tube, and Turian is at Redmond 5, so you do not do this. You just get out of there and cry if it's Gravity and LN.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I value back-to-back LN too much, but I kind of like doing it.
I don't know. I think just... Oh no, are we going back? Are we going back for LN? Are we not taking the refill? What's happening? Do we not... Oh, maybe we can get through Croc Escape. But even if that, then we would not be going this way. I think we're going back for LN. But this is not the kind of resources I want to have for LN. Oh no.
I really would have liked... Like the refill gives you an extra hit, which is quite a big deal.
Yep. That, and also there's a farm in that room, which could give you up to 10 extra supers, depending on how much you farm there. So...
Well, that helps. I am so much happier about doing Dragon with this ammo loadout, frankly. Because you can do super only Dragon fight at this point. Without any refills or anything.
Yeah. Dragon it's fine. I don't know, I'm just never huge on CF ammo Dragon. but it's not that bad. I really just need to get over it. And by get over it, I mean practice it.
Also, I'm not huge on Hoda Ruby special missiles.
I assume you mean these missiles.
Yeah,
jail. Yeah. I don't know. For me, they feel like do this in ammo hunt at the end of the game and never otherwise. So
yeah, the ammo situation looks good thus far, but I don't hate it. I think it's perfectly fine.
It's not the end of the world, but I would not be doing it. Anyways, this is going exactly how I thought it would. We are not in the best of healths. But, okay, now we are fine because we get an E-Tank. But it's like, doing this, you're really hoping that like there's a gravity or a high jump here or something to help you progress through the game. Rather than just stuff to make your LN less scary. I don't know.
I kind of think it's fine. Like, you're still saving time compared to doing front to front at the end.
Yeah, but then, like, if you're doing front to front, then in theory you can have, like, grab and screw and high jump, and then you can run through these rooms a lot faster. Or even just, like, I don't know, just grab. Feels like it would make me a lot more comfy, but maybe I'm placing too high a value on not being scared. Anyways, Derp finds gravity at high jump, so that feels like a really powerful position for Derp to be in.
Yeah, if it's specifically Dragon here, that saves him a lot. That saves him a lot of time compared to Beefy.
Yep.
If it's any other boss, then I still think Beefy's saving time by doing the LN here. We'll see if that ends up being true.
Yeah. I mean, but still, I don't know. I just don't think the risk of Dragon plus Dragon Shambles is really worth it. But I don't know. It's not like Beefy's going to be missing that gravity for long. He's doing this back-to-back LN, and then he's going to go to Business Center and get the grav. So he'll be fine. He's not like going to lose the race because, oh no, Derp found gravity in this totally inaccessible spot that Beefy will never get. No, Beefy
really nice drops, by the way.
Yeah, sheesh. But yeah, like, it's like Beefy will be a few minutes later to gravity, but Beefy has spent those few minutes doing progression that directly gets him closer to beating the game. So in essence, he's not losing time by doing this. Okay, he is losing time by farming, because in theory, Derp won't need to do this, but it's not like he's instantly behind because Derp has a suit. I don't know.
Okay, 50-50 Dragon. And it's Kraid.
This is, as they say in the club, good for Beefy.
Yeah, best outcome for him here, he finds charge behind Kraid.
And Derp finds Kraid at top right of west, so we, the audience, and Derp too, yeah, Derp has full map knowledge. Derp knows Moat is front of east, which is just a straight up... No, yeah, that is just a straight up time save, because you would have done all these portal checks. Anyways, so you could, if you're Derp, you just run to Main Street and then do front to front east, I think? Yeah.
Wait.
What's up?
Main Street is... Did I miss one of the portals?
Main Street's Criteria Crab.
Yeah.
We're in West Meridia right now, so Derp just goes to Main Street, then he's at Criteria Crab, and then he goes to Moat, which he now knows, because he has full map knowledge, is front of east. And then Derp does front to front east, and then he does probably, like, I don't know, ship in some sort of fashion. And then I think LN in some sort of fashion by running down Red Tower. You just can make arguments for either side of both ship and LN. I might go for back-to-back LN just because I don't have Screw, and I probably won't be getting it. Derp is also going to skip Dre drops, which is a significant time save, actually. Oh my god, Beefy. Oh my god. Okay, we just tank this hit, right? Yep.
That was an interesting way to tank the hit.
Yeah. I think you just want to run into it. It's not really...
Yeah, but like the jump morph and
Yeah.
the jump morph felt a little bit keyboard, but
it was. But it's like, I don't know. It felt like, oh, maybe I can just sub-pixel over, well, really tight pixel window over the keyomer, and that, I don't know if it's possible, but it seems really precise.
Yeah, I mean, there's like stuff for going under it. Yeah. Okay.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Don't mess, it's. Oh my god.
That did not look like a good setup. For
yeah, I thought the keyomer was just high and you were just done for, but here we are. Now we need to CF anyways to get across the spike tunnel.
There's like a solid 30% chance if I'm playing in this situation that I think, oh, I'll just go for the refill and then deboost off the spikes 3 times and die.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have thought of that. Maybe I just get into the spike room and I'm like, crap, and then I just CF there.
Yeah.
But also a good chance that like maybe I have like 370 going to keymers and I have 70 and then I can't CF and don't think about it, and then I die. So I don't know, there's definitely a good chance of silly deaths in that situation, and Beefy did not do them, so good job, Beefy. Short charge? Oh, I guess this is faster. I guess we do have double jump.
Yeah, see, this is why you don't pick up double jump, because then you lose the chance to check out the guy with some of the best short charges in the biz.
True. I will say, though, if you have speed and high jump only, it is faster to short charge that than it is to just do the speed high jump from the lower left corner by exactly 1 second if you are extremely sweaty with your short charge setup. And also get a force try, of course. But who wouldn't do that? Smile. But okay, Derp has done Batsun, and I'm sure it was a reasonable fight. I won't lie.
Yeah, it was fine. Like, almost a 1 round. We'll see if Beefy checks ice here.
Yeah, I don't think you do. You just...
Derp did not.
Yeah, Derp didn't, and I think that's correct. It's just like... there just aren't enough things that ice can be to make you happy.
No, I agree. It's like high jump and charge are the only significant payouts, really.
For Derp, I would say Screw is also good because of LN existing, but I don't know. It just feels like so many things would make your life feel better, but none of them are like, worth checking ice for. So Derp's ammo situation is very good though, because he's got I don't think he did Aqueduct, and he's also got Beefy's thing.
Oh, Beefy.
Beefy's using an area tracker, right? Surely he is using an area tracker. Surely he's not a rememberer.
To my knowledge, yeah.
Okay, he is going the correct way. Maybe he forgot about top right of west existing and has now remembered. Okay.
Getting word that he moved his mouse.
Oh, that's cowardice, Beefy. You can do the 3-tile jump morph. I'm flaming Beefy for not doing the really, really, really stupid keyboard strat. of not laying a bomb at all in Crab Supers. But I think Beefy is going to end up doing East first. And because you got to check Moat Portal. And... Or not? Is he going back to... Where are we going?
Yeah, I feel like he must have forgotten about top right West Meridia or something.
Yeah, well, either top right of West Meridia or Moat, because there are no other unchecked portals for Beefy.
So he's... Yeah, he's going to the back of East?
I think so.
Oh no.
This, yeah.
This is just such huge shambles, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is like... I was liking Beefy's position in the race, but like this past 2 minutes has just like completely thrown the rest of his work under the bus. I don't know, that feels a little bit harsh, but feels like it turned his position in the race from like reasonable contention to Derp is winning.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like a lot of the races where one racer is like a 75-25 favor or something, like this matchup. That's just numbers I made up, by the way. Don't take those as gospel. But like, where they're both reasonable players, but one of them has a lot more area experience. It's like you can get them both into a situation where like maybe the underdog has a pretty good chance of winning if they play reasonably in the mid game and late game. But just having the area experience, if you don't have it really, it's just so... It feels just like it's happened so often that the less experienced player just shambles and then doesn't win. But they like got themselves into a pretty winnable mid game or something. Mm-hmm. Or at least like a mid game where it was pretty close. So I don't know. Just my thoughts. But okay. Beefy is gonna do the Mappo Spark. This is West Sandhall Spark, which you happen to... Oh, he's doing it with the door closed. Oh my god. He's
him.
He is him. Okay, he's not doing it. I think he just noticed that he messed up the short charge in the door and then decided to go for the space jump. And Derp is gonna do ship front to front, which I think is completely reasonable.
Agreed.
I think there's an argument to be made for back to front, just because you're coming from the East Criteria. But I don't know. This is completely fine. Probably it's just faster. I don't know. I feel like I'm underestimating how long back of ship takes versus front of ship.
I always do. It's terrible.
I was going to reply to that with, it's not that bad, but that's literally the point of the conversation. It is that bad. The chat does raise a good point, that there is an elevator involved with doing front of ship, which does take a non-zero amount of time. Oh my god, Derp, this is not how you want to do 30 Super Ridley. I guess this is fine. I'm overreacting, but I don't know. I've had more success with just staying on the ground and getting him into a pogo guaranteed at the start of the fight, and then
it's kind of like, do you want the fastest possible fight or the fastest average fight? In my experience, I prefer the fastest average fight, and if you jump and follow him with the supers, sometimes it's just immense shambles.
Yeah, exactly. Like sometimes they'll just swoop for 5 years and then you're losing like an hour but I don't know. I just prefer to think about like how you think about the RBO fight, except without the part where if you get hit, you die.
Mm-hmm.
And Derp does have Go Mode ammo, so he is in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I think he is just with Beefy's routing shambles, he is just unambiguously winning.
Yeah, I do agree with that because he does have 3 bosses to beat. He's won, among other things.
And unfortunately, like with both of them just in pure Go mode, there's just nothing Beefy can really do.
Yeah. That's just how the rando goes. There's no like you hard need this one item for Go mode or whatever. You just gotta play the game, and sometimes that's hard. Yeah, Dirt. I don't know if you do front to front or well front to back or back to back or back to front. I don't know. There's arguments to be made for both sides. I say both sides as I raise 3 sides. Or whatever. I don't know. We'll see what decision Dirt makes on LN pathing. It's going to start from the front. Wait, no, this is the back.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you kind of have to do back-to-back.
Do you?
I mean, you don't have to. I think it is just, like, so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The real problem is that Warstrom is just terrible. And
yeah, with the slowed out.
Yeah. Yeah, Warstrom is just such misery with the slowed out. I think you just gotta do back-to-back. Or at least back-to-front, if not back-to-back.
Mm-hmm. Like, you're either hypo jumping or you're spring ball jumping. Neither.
No,
well, I mean,
you have double jump.
Oh, you have double jump. Oh.
It's still pretty bad. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. And in my experience there, the strat is try to go for new route, whereas from in the game, realize that things are very different without high jump, have complete shambles, and kill all the pirates.
Yeah, that's basically how I do it. I don't know, there's probably some slick strat with, like, the low ice opener with a power bomb, and then you can just get up with double jump.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's how you would want to do it if you were good at the game, but unfortunately I'm not.
Yeah, you would do something probably similar to like the really new low ice strat.
Okay, Derp has practiced this room and I have not.
Except instead of bomb jumping at the end, you double jump.
Yep.
Which I'm still really sad about that strat becoming the norm among top players. Because AMH Warstrom is really cool.
Yeah.
It is like the best and dare I say one of the only good things about low ice.
I think you're posturing. Oh wait, no, it's yeah. I don't know. My personal stance on low ice is it's a cool category, but I don't have the time in my life to run it, and I don't know. It's not what I play Super Metroid for. That type of category.
I think low ice is fine. I'm exaggerating a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of whatever as a category.
Yeah, I think it's good, but there's a difference between good and I want to play it. As anyone who looks at my SRC profile for more than 5 seconds can see.
No, see, this is what I'm saying though. Like, chat says low ice feels like punishment to speedrun. I disagree. I think it's the exact opposite. I think it's actually a really boring category because the movement's extremely simple for a lot of it. I think the bosses are like the only thing that is actually interesting for most of it.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of just you just don't have enough stuff to make the movement complex.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, in the race.
Yeah, in the race. Beefy is...
Derp is just so far ahead.
Yeah. Derp just has to get out of LN and go to Turing, and Beefy has to do this and then go across criteria and then do ship and then run down Red Tower, and it will take approximately... I was going to say 5,000 years, but that's just simply not true.
I mean, he still has to do Crate Boss.
Well, I have great news. He is doing Crate Boss as we speak.
Right, yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine.
He still has to do 2 bosses. One of which he is doing.
Yes. But yeah, he has to finish this fight and then do all the things I said. So, yeah. I don't know, Dre? Okay.
That was kind of unhinged by Beefy.
The problem with diagonal sparking is that, like, sure, there are times when that happens, but there's also times when you do, like, it just doesn't do as much damage.
Yeah.
It feels cool, but it's not effective. Also, I will say, I think it might have been worth it to keep the blue suit and double jump out for one reason. That's the fact that area portals give you iframes, but blue suit means you don't have iframes, so you could, in theory, keep your blue suit long enough to cancel out your area transition iframes and then deboost on the spikes earlier. But that's stupid tech.
Yeah, I guess I see the argument.
Yeah. It's like you're really not losing any time from not being able to run because you're ditching your blue suit ASAP, and then you do the thing and you get to deboost earlier, which saves time. And also your ammo's so good, who cares about checking behind Dragon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, Derp is at Turian now.
We've made it. So, with this win, assuming Derp does win, that is, he is actually... No, this ammo's pretty comfy. He has 40-60 plus 4 missiles, so this is very comfy.
Wait,
but
what?
Yeah. What do you mean?
He has 45-65.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said 40-60 plus 4 missiles. I don't know, that's how my brain thinks about it. Really, the way that my brain thinks about it is I open my spreadsheet and tell it what to do, but...
Yeah, but he has 40-60 plus 5... He has,
wait. Did I just
he has 40-60 plus 5 missiles and 5 supers.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. So, I said 4 missiles, I meant 4 missile packs.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
I understand now.
Okay. Sorry, we were speaking different languages.
Also, Derp not freezing the rink on the way in, kind of cringe. Does not matter, though, because he gets grabbed.
Yeah. What does that change?
Sometimes that Rinka can get in the way while you are trying to run into the door.
Okay.
So you want to freeze it every time. If you are doing the strat where, like, you run to the right and then run into the door so you can get, like, the jump deboost up into the pirate, or the hopper.
Yeah.
So you always want to make sure to freeze that Rinka.
Yeah. I want to see more people doing cell beat M4, which is a ridiculously sweaty strat that is even less applicable in Rando because it needs bombs. But it saves a second. So, it's a pretty good strat.
But it's so nice having a single cozy room in Turian.
The strat's too good. I don't know.
I have not seen the strat. I need to check it out.
It's pretty sick. You get grabbed by all the Metroids and then you delatch them with a bomb, but the movement is just more efficient and it is just faster.
How much health does it cost?
Oh, I don't remember. Less than a tank, but more than 50, I think. So it's hard to justify for a new route. most of the time. But if you're
Yeah, that sounds like you would want full health going in to do it.
Yeah, basically. You want full health, and you also have to super.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you want like full health, like
Yeah,
like
full
360 and 29 at like minimum or something. I don't know. I just do it because it's cool. You could call me a vibes-based rando player. Sorry, feels-based rando player or something.
True.
True. But yeah, Derp has 12 misses of leeway, which is comfy for him, I'm sure. But it's always scary doing ammo while they're random. Yeah, I think you forgot something. That was the sweatiest sweat I have ever seen. Oh my god.
His ass is busy gaming.
Listen, you need the boots to game. Come on. But yeah, I don't know. I guess he just really hates high jump and wanted to show it off to everybody, his hatred.
Yeah, meanwhile, Derp really hates losing.
I have heard of that about him, yes. Maybe a true fact. He also hates Mother Brain and sicked his baby Metroid on her head. But yeah, so Beefy's making his way to Turian, but with this win, Derp will be clinching the first seed out of this group, Group D. And I don't know how Beefy's path forward is if he, like, depending on trying to get the third seed. I do think it is. Sorry, go ahead.
So I believe the only person he still has to play is Karen. Assuming he 2-0s her, I think he's fine.
Yeah, Lies and Papa Schmo also still have to play. But I think I misheard what you said. Beefy is learning about how Boyons work. But yeah, if Beefy 2-0s Karen, I think he's definitely fine for the TC because that'll be 5-3, and Papa Schmo could at most be 4-4. Technically,
yeah, Lies could be 5-3 as well.
Yeah,
but yeah, that would
yeah,
and they have the tied head-to-head, so that would be a playoff race.
Yeah, but that
like
also
a
requires a play-in race. But Beefy has remembered that he doesn't have bombs, or maybe he hasn't, and is now going to realize it. But yeah, I don't know. It is possible for Lies to 2-0 Papa Schmo and 2-0 Karen, and then have to do a play-in race with Beefy who gets O2'd by Derp.
So I believe if Beefy takes one, he has clinched, though.
Yeah.
No. This is still assuming. So like it still depends on his match with Karen.
Yeah. If he beats game 2 and 2-0 Karen, then he's definitely in. And if he 2-0 Karen but loses game 2 as well, then he just needs Lies to lose one game and then he's clinched. But should be.
And if he gets 2-0'd by Karen, then he doesn't control his own destiny at that point.
Yeah.
So there's a lot still up in the air for him as Derp finishes with an official race time of 59 minutes and 4 seconds.
Oh, boomer skip. This is a sketchy boomer skip. Have I ever seen one? Oh my god. I'm having a heart attack just watching this.
This might be a bit of a silent generation skip.
Okay, we make it happen.
Yeah, Beefy, being this far in terrain, is going to finish it out.
Yeah, definitely a respectable decision. We'll see if he goes for stand-up to save the 7 seconds of 2 cries. Even without charge. Does save time. Contrary to many people's popular belief, but also you don't really care because your opponent is done.
Yeah, I should learn 2 cries at some point. It's so funny. It's like everywhere else in the game, if it was like, here's a strat that will save you 7 seconds, you would be all over it. But it's like, oh, it's just at the end of the game, so it doesn't matter as much, which is just objectively not true.
Yeah, it's like, that's literally just not true. But it doesn't feel like it when you're watching a race. But also, I don't know what I was going to say. It also only saves like 4.5 over the other good manip with like space jump. So if you know that one, then you're fine. But well, quote unquote fine. I say having learned it. I don't think Beefy can miss another super. But
Guess we won't find out.
well, yeah, there you go. But I don't know. Nitro doesn't do stand-up, and I think that's honestly appalling. This match is just me dunking on Nitro, who's not even here to fight back. So.
Yeah, Plasma Red Super.
Kind of funny nobody got that. I guess they both did that in Go mode.
High jump behind Ridley, space at Gravity, screw at Grapple, charge at Mama Turtle.
Yeah, that would have been so hard to spike.
Yeah. I mean, not really. You do it after like Kraid going to East, I guess. But at that point, you're
if you know where it is, it would have been hard to justify checking.
Yeah, that's true. It's like at that point you're so committed to ammo already that you're not really worried about checking Mom Turtle. They were both in good ammo shape at that point in the seed.
That one looked pretty close.
What, the short charge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Beefy gets it in game 2. Surely.
He's gotten it in matches before, I'm pretty sure.
I would believe that. I've gotten it 3 times in my life, and one of them was on GDQ.
I've never gotten it. I don't even know how to do the double stutter.
Yeah. I mean, to be clear, the first 2 times were just to prove that I could. To myself, that is.
And
Yeah.
Beefy finishes in second place with an official race time of 59:44. GG to Beefy as well. Like, all things considered, really close race, which is kind of tragic because I'm pretty sure at that point, if Beefy had just routed correctly, he would have won. But that is part of the game.
Yeah. I don't know if he would have won, per se, but I definitely think it would have been a much closer race. But
I mean, do you not
It is
lose
what it is.
40 seconds, like, going all the way through Green Bryn to get to back of East Meridia and then doing back of East Meridia?
I mean, you lose a lot of time doing that. You also, Beefy lost a bunch of time doing, like, running from Chronic Portal, basically all the way to Croc Portal, and then back to Chronic
Yeah.
Portal, and then not taking, like, the refill or farming or anything. But it is what it is.
Yeah. This is not at all to take away from Derp. Like, part of why Derp won is because he has done so many of these races and he is so good at routing that he doesn't make those kind of mistakes.
Yeah. He just, he thinks about these decisions quicker and makes quick and by and large correct decisions. So yeah. Anyways, with that, we will take a break from broadcasting and we will be right back in about 7 or 8 minutes with game 2. So stay tuned, get some water, stretch your legs, do whatever you need to do. We'll see you all then.
See you then.